Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video, another vlog. Happy Saturday. It is about 7 in the morning. We've been up a little while. We are all wow at the peak. Oh wow. We're all at the peak of quite a really harsh cold. So Arlo's snotty nose, like block nose, has kept him up all night. I'm losing my voice. If you can hear Dave snoring, bless him. He's struggling as well, he's all blocked, so we're hopefully going to take it nice and slow today. But I wanted to vlog today. I've got a lot to get done today, so hopefully I'm going to take it slow, obviously, because we're all not feeling the best, but I want to try and be nice and productive, get some work done if I can, depending on how everyone gets on in the day. So Arlo's in this phase. If you've watched any of my recent vlogs, you'll have seen when I'm doing my makeup, he likes to grab my beauty blender and run off with it laughing. And it's not just my beauty blender, he's in this phase where he likes to find things that are mine, like my hairbrush, my beauty blender, and he'll run off with them, just absolutely laughing his head off. He thinks it's the funniest thing. And I come to discover last night he's done the same with my AirPods. He loves my AirPods because he loves clicking the case open and shut. And what he's done is he's run off with them and he's hidden them somewhere. And I have no idea where they are. While he was asleep last night, I tried to find them. I looked everywhere. I have no idea what he's done with them. So I'm really hoping that I will look over at him today and he's brought them back somewhere. Yep, that's always fun. I also want to take the opportunity while Dave's here today to hopefully try and deep clean a little bit. I obviously don't get the chance much to do a proper deep clean, like pull everything out, like behind them and stuff. While it's just me and Arlo. Well, because obviously where are you going, you gob? Give me tea. Because obviously I only ever really get to clean while he's asleep. But if he's asleep and I'm trying to deep clean, like pull out cabinets and stuff, it's not going to end well. He's going to wake up straight away. So I'm hoping to take advantage of that. But at the very least, I'd like to get some work done for uni. You will all also be very glad to know that you don't have to hear me complain about my roots anymore, because you can't really tell, but there you go, you can see now. I have done them yesterday. I dyed my hair. This is why it's all crazy at the minute. It is very dark, it always goes really dark, but obviously it fades. Use I showed it in one of my vlogs. I can't remember specifically which hair dye it is, but it's the shade Darkest Brown. So whenever I first put it on, it always looks literally bordering on black. But obviously once I've washed it a few times, it settles out, and it does make my hair really shiny, I can't lie. Like, considering I dyed it, you know, yesterday, you see the shine in that. It's the best for my hair. It's like the one my hair best deals with, so that's great. So yes, just me and little man for most of this morning. I'm gonna let Dave have a bit of a rest because he is not very well. Like, he's in the peak of it, whereas me and Bubs are kind of coming out of the peak of it now. So we'll try and let him rest, and I know that he does want to catch up on Love Island today as well, so probably have a bit of a chill day. I do want to take little man over to the park because it's really sunny again, and obviously, like, I don't want to hide him away from the outside world just because it's cold. He's got a coat, he's got gloves and everything, so I feel like this is really random mum talk, but I feel like for his immune system it is still good for him to get out in the cold. Like, I don't want to be scared of taking him out in colder weather because it would be so restricted. So whenever we do take him to the park and it's a bit colder, we don't ever go for very long because, like, well, you know, when kids' noses go like red and like their cheeks get really flushed, can you see that? He's pulling out. I've got tubs of my clothes under the bed and he's just pulling them out. Goodness, there is a huge mound of clothes. You see? So this morning, first thing, I'm going to follow Arlo around and just tidy up whatever mess he makes as he goes, because he's so, like, he'll fixate on one thing, make an absolute mess, and then he'll move to a completely different corner of the room. So right now we're on that, so I'm going to work on cleaning that. And then I'm going to, once he's a little bit more settled and kind of entertaining himself on something, probably reading his books most likely, I will sit and kind of compile what research I need to do today for uni. Because you know when there's just so much to do, like there's not a rush, I just want to get a good head start on it. There's just so much to do, I need to do it in a logical order, otherwise my brain will just have an absolute meltdown. So I need to figure out what I want to do first and prioritise certain things before Wednesday. Because not only do I have prep work specifically for my lectures on Wednesday, seminar, sorry, but I also then have like work that needs doing gradually, like every single week for assignments. So I'm trying to organise my brain. But I hope you guys are enjoying these vlogs because I'm really enjoying making them. And I do also need to do some TikTok content because my TikTok's been slacking recently. That's the one that I found the hardest to keep up with content on, purely because the type of content that I make on TikTok is obviously like my fashion and lifestyle kind of stuff. But the way that like Arlo's been napping and stuff, it's hard to, while he's asleep, it's the only time I can film TikToks, otherwise he pulls the tripod down. It's hard, he's having shorter naps now, he's only having naps for about 30 minutes at most, so in that time frame for me to get myself ready, tidy whatever mess he's made, and then also film some TikToks, it's quite challenging. So I need to figure out a new routine for that, or at least a new format for my TikTok. So that's going to be something that I'm going to kind of mentally work on today. Anyway, I'm just like blabbing at you now, honestly. No idea what to do with him. Let's get tidying, then we're going to get ourselves organised, ready for the day, so I have some form of direction. This is what he does. He just throws my clothes everywhere. This is my pyjama box. Just so he can like climb in and out of the box and throw it around. Right, it's now about, excuse the garland behind me, and the cat's just absolutely going crazy. It's now about 2:30. The three of us have just spent the morning playing together and stuff and having lunch. So I have now set up downstairs. Basically, we've got a 3-story house. On the top floor is where Dave's office is. So I could have gone in there, but honestly, it's like a man's desk. It's no space for me. It's just all like man stuff, so there's no space for me, and I like to spread out. So they're on the middle floor in our bedroom. I've come down to the dining table where I'm being harassed by a cat, and I'm going to set up and do some work. So essentially what I've done is I've had to pinch Dave's headphones because of the baby stealing my AirPods and hiding them somewhere. So what I did this morning was I wrote down a list, like a to-do list, just of everything that I needed to do for each of my assignments, and split them up. So like the reading for one module is one task, the reading for another is another, and so on and so on. And then I've written them down in the list, but I've changed up the order, so I'm not doing all the readings in one go, nor am I doing all of the work for one module in one go, because I know my brain and I know that it will just start to zone out if I focus on the same thing for too long. So I've staggered it in different modules and different tasks so that it's not all just gonna drag me down. I'm probably not gonna get it all done today because if you see, there's a lot there, especially when a lot of it is reading. But at least with the reading, if I make a dent today, I can get a lot done between now and Wednesday. That's absolutely fine. So yes, I'm going to listen to my 1975. So yes, I'm gonna listen to music and just get cracking. I would love to know actually, what you guys listen to, if you listen to anything while you're trying to like do work or something. I used to listen to podcasts a lot while I was working, but like in uni, but I just can't do that anymore. I've even got to listen to music that I know inside and out, like the 1975, so that I'm just like, I'm just so used to that it's like background noise to me. Or I've got to listen to brand new music that I've never learned before. I'm not sure. I need to find my study music, if that makes sense. I think the most tedious part of doing work is for me is trying to remember the combinations to each different like login for every single website, every every website that's got any form of like journal article on it or something you have to sign into. Everything's got a different different login. So I think what I'm first going to do, I'm going to start off, I'm going to go in order of my modules that I have on Wednesday. So on Wednesday morning, first thing at 9 AM, I've got my current controversies in criminology seminar. So I'm going to start not with the reading for that, I'm actually going to look into and map out the assignment that's going to be due for that in March, so I can understand what I need to do for it, map out my plan for the actual writing portion, and then from that I can make a plan of how much reading I need to do, like research and everything, and maybe start prepping that. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So yes, wish me luck. Morning everyone, it is now Monday. Arlo has gone down for his nap, he is zonked in bed, and I wanted to continue off this vlog because it's kind of ended up as a bit just like a exclusively study with me vlog. So I managed to get some work here and there done on Sunday, but the main bulk of yesterday's work was last night when Arlo was asleep. I sat and worked through one of the activities that I need to do in prep for one of my modules on Wednesday, which was my Global Security Challenges seminar. So I literally sat for like an hour last night with a written copy of a speech that Putin gave, and I basically just dissected it. You can see all my notes there. That's me dissecting. The set task was to come up with about 3 points from it and like discuss them. I kind of just got a bit carried away, and Dave knows quite a lot about the politics of that region, so he was really enjoying getting involved as well. Sorry if it's really loud, I've got the window open, it's quite warm today. So that was my night last night, but that is a nice task ticked off my list. Let me get my list up, see what else I need to do. I did also yesterday, I forgot about that actually, yesterday I managed to get a good chunk of the prep work for another one of my modules, which was the current controversies in criminology reading, and like answering some questions to do with them. I'm about 4/5 of the way through it, so I just need to finalise my last point ready for Wednesday. That's 9 AM on Wednesday, so I'm going to get that done. That'll take me 10-15 minutes, and then I have kind of what I spent a lot of Saturday doing was I focused on each of the assignments for each of my modules that are due sporadically throughout the term, and I started putting together like a rough plan for each of them, especially for the ones that are due in the next month or two, just so I don't go in blind when it comes to, like, once we've had the lectures on the information relating to the assessment, then I've already got like the structure and everything and the basic research done, so I know what I'm doing. So I've planned out most of those. The only ones I haven't planned out yet are, there's 2 bigger essays that are due end of April, so right at the end of the term, actually like a day or 2 after my birthday, which is great. But one of them's a 4,500 word essay and another's a 5,000 word essay. I haven't planned anything out for those yet because I want to really like make sure that when I come to them my focus is on them, which is good timing actually because they are the final 2 assessments. All of mine are due prior to that, so I can really focus on them. So they are bigger tasks that I want to spend a little bit more time focusing on and prepping for another time. And what else do I need to do? Yeah, so it's mainly my final seminar that I need to prep for now, which is Critical Perspectives on Terrorism and Counter-Terrorism, which is, I think, to be honest, my favourite module. So there's a little bit of reading for that, which, when it's fun, like when I enjoy it, what the topic is, it's not really reading to me. I do need to do a very quick tidy, and I am hoping to film a video today on like my uni Q&A, but because I still need to do my makeup as well and tidy before filming. I'm not entirely sure, I'm not confident on whether I'll get it done. I need to decide basically. I've got limited time before Arlo wakes up, so I need to decide whether I'm going to commit to attempting to film the video and just get ready and tidy and get that done, or I need to do some work. And I'm thinking I might just commit to the video because I'm definitely ahead of schedule when it comes to my work in prep for Wednesday. So yes, I think I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm going to wet my beauty blender and then I'll come back and we can discuss a few things whilst I'm getting ready in preparation for my uni video. So we've had a really nice few days over the weekend. Now normally Dave, my partner, doesn't get weekends off. Normally he works on weekends, but this weekend we got to have it all together as a family, and we were all absolutely riddled with cold. Like Arlo is just, his nose is so crusty. But it was really nice. Like we got to be quite productive a few days together all in one go, which never normally happens. So like normally I don't get the chance to what you saw earlier in the vlog. I sat downstairs and managed to sit down there for a good few hours just getting some work done. Normally I don't get the chance to do that. And yeah, we had a really lovely time, and it's nice finally coming out of the cold, to be honest with you. Like I'm starting to breathe normally again. I can smell, I can taste. So I have spent the last few days looking like an absolute state, to be honest with you. This week is actually Dave's birthday, and he will be working for it. So I think more than likely we will actually celebrate it in some way next week probably. We're on one of his days off, just because of how the days fall. My family is coming round on Saturday, because the day after Dave's birthday is also my auntie's birthday, so we're gonna have like a joint celebration, even though he will be at work, but he knows everyone's celebrating him. But aside from that, this week, not a lot planned. I am hoping to go into town at some point this week, because I do want to film another come shopping with me video, another Primark, because I've seen more and more stuff come out, like new products. I'm really hoping that my Primark will start getting some new bits in, and also need to grab just a couple bits for Dave's birthday, like some balloons and stuff like that. I want to get him some chocolates and bits, like his favourite kind of snacks, because obviously we aren't celebrating on his actual birthday, so I want to give him something on his birthday. But depending on how the week goes, that town trip may not be until Friday, we'll see. So yes, today I'm going to attempt to film my uni Q&A video, basically just telling you guys everything that I've been asked about my uni life and everything, like my experience and any advice if you're thinking about doing a master's. I can talk obviously just from my own experience. I didn't get a chance to put up a question box on my Instagram, which I kind of wish I did, but I have had loads of messages with questions. I'm assuming after a lot of people watched the video where I asked for them, so I've got a lot to work with. I'm actually finding myself really excited for my uni days now. Like after Wednesday I was absolutely shattered. It was such a long day, but I'm really excited about what I'm learning. And one of my professors said this, like his favourite level of education when he was doing it was masters, because you get to really start specialising in what you enjoy, and I'm definitely feeling that. Like I'm definitely feeling excited about the vast majority of my modules. There's one that's not my favourite, but it's not awful. It's definitely just heavy. And I am really someone that likes a challenge. So in particular, my global security challenges module, I knew I loved the sound of it when I saw it and picked it, but it's definitely more of a challenge for me because it's, at least the first seminar and then a lot of the prep work has been very politically focused, which is definitely not my strong point, as in historically politically focused. So obviously I'm quite aware of a lot that's going on in terms of politics around the world, present day. But in terms of my knowledge of the history of a lot of politics, I definitely need to brush up on it, which is what I have been doing. So I really like that. Like I like that it's giving me a challenge, because no one wants anything that's too easy. And it's teaching me something new, which is obviously the intention of studying. I was just reminiscing the other day, like it feels really weird being back on this channel and vlogging again while in uni, because I never thought I'd be here. I always knew I wanted to do a master's, but doing it as a mum, I never thought I'd be here back on this channel vlogging back in uni with a toddler. Like that, it's just really weird to me. Also, the experience is completely different, and obviously I'll go into that in a bit detail in my actual uni chatty video, but it is a completely different experience to your undergrad, and doubly so because I am part-time, so I'm not in uni like every day like a lot of other people are. Skin is really not happy at the minute. I mean, it's getting better, but sort of midway through last week I had that really bad breakout, if you watched any of my previous vlogs, and my skin just scars really easily, so this isn't even a spot anymore, it's just scarring. So it takes a while for the coloration to go. I noticed on Wednesday, and this was like my biggest fear of starting early and being in uni for such a long day, my makeup that I did in the dark on Wednesday, by the end of the day I looked awful. I looked absolutely dreadful. So I need to figure out a solution to that. I really need to wash my makeup brushes, because little man loves getting his hands on them, and I dread to think what kind of crumbs and things he's worked into them, so I don't know which ones are like safe to use. So I definitely, that's top of my list. I really need to do that. Everyone else just felt like January's been the longest month in the world, but now that we're kind of near the end of it, I'm a bit like, what has happened this month? Like, I don't know, I feel like it's dragged so much, but not a lot's happened, and I'm a bit like, why did it drag so much? I feel like January is quite a long month though for a lot of people, like the post-Christmas come down. I genuinely think it's impossible for me not to get mascara everywhere when I do it. Like, I always get it under my eyes here. It's now the evening. We have just had dinner. We're about to start the bedtime routine. I'm going to end this vlog here purely because I am going to probably do some more work tonight once Arlo's asleep. But obviously it'll be dark. It won't be very interesting content for you guys. So anyway, nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this kind of study with me-ish vlog, and I will see you guys very soon for another one. Thanks for watching.